All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat 1 will have Adam Clark and Sarah Dykes on the front row. Dave Holmberg and Gerald Thanos Poole on the second row. Jeff Flynn, Ryan McDaniel have the third row. Cody Kennedy, Andrew Thornton on the fourth. Donald Minute Jr. rounds out the field for Heat 1. And let's pull up our fearless leader, Edmund Jones, to talk about some format changes this season. So, Edmund, got some format changes for the new season, do we?
Yes, sir. We decided to reward guys a little bit more for our qualifying efforts, which definitely benefits me tonight getting the pole. Our top two will advance straight to the feature and be the front row of the feature for every series going on forward with JBSRL.
Well, that'll definitely be a benefit, and it makes it a little bit easier for everybody else to race their way in, not having to compete against the two fastest drivers.
And let's be honest, this is a Cryer McReckon rule. We don't want them in heat races.
I gotcha. Well, that makes perfect sense then.
We want to give people a chance to sit here and fight for wins and everything. We are only taking 20 tonight compared to taking everybody for the mini stock, so definitely watch it. We will have a consolation race here to set the grid for tonight's race.
All right, well, good luck, and green flag is in the air. Have some fun tonight, buddy.
Hey, thank you, Doug.
Heat number 1 underway. Dave Holmberg quickly shoots to the front. As you heard, only 20 drivers advance. That is going to make this an even bigger dogfight. Down the front straightaway, Holmberg still has it, but a lot of side-by-side action. Oh, we've got one car around already. Several cars around. Cody Kennedy makes it through. Andrew Thornton now in second. Holmberg back to third. A bit of a bumpy start. Looks like Sarah Dykes and Gerald Poole will have to fight their way in the consolation. Both of them on pit road. Andrew Thornton now up into second, but Cody Kennedy jumps to the lead for Heat 1. Holmberg in third. Jeff Flynn in fourth. Ryan McDaniel in fifth. Cody opening up a 0.6 of a second lead over Andrew. Cody just set the fastest lap so far. Oh, Andrew is loose on a 4. Holmberg trying to close back up, knowing the driver ahead is struggling with grip. Cody Kennedy's lead 3/4 of a second as he crosses the line with 2 to go. Andrew Thornton still holds on to second. Dave Holmberg in third. Jeff Flynn in fourth. Ryan McDaniel in fifth. White flag in the air for Heat 1. Into turns 3 and 4, Cody Kennedy will get it done in Heat 1 and pull off the win. Andrew Thornton comes home in second. Dave Holmberg finishes third. Donald Minute just rolled back off of pit road unexpectedly. I think just trying to cross the line to secure 6th. On to Heat 2. Becky Snodgrass and Brad Ronning have the front row. Matt Moniak and Dean Buck on the second row. Austin Ruskoff and Nolan Perry have the third row. And Richie Joplin, Frank Hughes Jr. round out the field. Gerald, I bet it was. Everybody grids quickly. The cars are rolling. Both Richie Joplin and Frank Hughes were fast in practice, were fast in the mini stocks. We'll see how they do out here tonight. Frank Hughes Jr., one of the newest members of Jones BS Racing. Man, he has made quite an impression on the field here tonight. And you gotta love what Edmund Jones said. We actually have a McReckon rule in place. I think every league should have a McReckon rule. Just my opinion. Where is McReckon tonight anyway? Pace car is in. Here we go. Heat 2. Becky Snodgrass up front. Green flag is in the air for Heat 2. Moniak tries looking under a little bubble. Oh, Becky's around on the backstretch. Out of turn 4, here comes Matt the Maniac into the lead. Austin Ruskoff in second, but on the high side, Brad Ronning takes it. Richie Joplin already up to 4th. Frank Hughes up to 5th. The Maniac, meanwhile, out front, set the fastest lap. Getting word that Frank Hughes may be a member, have been a member only racing on Thursday nights in the past, now joining the Monday night crew. Wow. Nolan Perry was giving Hughes a run for his money, but went around and has gone to pit road. Richie already up into second, Ronning in third, Hughes in 4th. Ruskoff still lurking back in 5th. Hughes makes the move down low and is going to take 3rd. Austin goes through the open door, moving Ronning back to 5th. Dean Buck back in 6th. Meanwhile, Moniak, 6/10 of a second is the gap. He comes around 2 to go. Richie Joplin closing in. Richie now has the fastest lap of Heat 2. Does he have enough time and enough speed? He's closing quickly. But white flag is in the air one more time around. Can the Maniac hold him? Oh, Richie slides it out of 2. And out of turn 4, the Maniac will win Heat 2. Well, the feature for this one is gonna be epic, folks. Moniak attempting to do a donut, but failed. On to Heat 3, Jacob Morgan and Vern Spring on the front row. Brian Hewitt, Ed Sr. on the second. Scott Snodgrass and David Lutz have the third. Brandon Murphy and Chance Madrick round out the field. And Jacob Morgan is not taking the grid. Vern Spring and Brian Hewitt will have the front row. One more time around, pace car will drop in. Remember, some of these drivers will go on to the consolation to try and set the grid and race their way in. Several drivers not gridding during the 3 heats may have an impact, but only 20 drivers will advance. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Heat number 3 is underway. Vern sends it in on the high side. Hewitt trying to hold him off. Side by side down the back straightaway. Everybody's holding on to him. Oh, a lot of banging mid-pack. Scott and Ed Sr. Lutz and Madrick battling back behind two. Murphy down on the apron. He saves it. Hewitt leads at the moment. Vern right behind in second. Scott in third on the attack. David Lutz has made his way to fourth as they are wrecking behind. Madrick in the wall. David Lutz now clear of traffic, or now up into fourth. Holy cow, he slingshots it out of two. He is going to go by Vern as well. Lutz gets 2 for 1. Slider, did you get it fixed? 3 laps to go, and Lutz is going for the lead. Lutz has really stepped up his game this season as he tries to pass Hewitt on the high side. Hewitt not going to make it easy. And he gets it done. David Lutz back to the lead. Out of turn 4, white flag in the air. Scott's around out of 4. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. David Lutz has the room. He will get it done and win Heat 3. Two heat wins so far tonight. On to the consolation race. Here we go, folks. Donald Minute Jr. and Dean Buck on the front row. Ed Sr., Sarah Dykes on the second. Nolan Perry, Chance Madrick on the third. Gerald Poole, Becky Snodgrass on the fourth. Jacob Morgan and Adam Clark round out the top 10, but neither Jacob nor Adam will take to the grid. Steven, yes, you did flip over. John, it definitely was. I think it's a sign of things to come in the feature. I think we're going to have a great feature event here tonight. Everybody stacked up, ready to go, off into 3 and 4. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. The consolation heat underway. And Donald Minute Jr. quickly to the front. Ed Sr. making a move as well. Here comes rookie Nolan Perry. Dean Buck losing ground up on the high side. Chance Madrick. Oh! Senior gets the wall. Buck finds an opening, shoots the gap. Nolan Perry trying to close the gap, but Donald Minute Jr. already has a 1.1 second lead and growing. Chance Madrick, door banging. Holy cow. Chance now to third. Buck goes back. Gerald Poole now to fourth. But here comes Ed Sr. trying to fight back. Sr. gets loose. And Becky finds him. Sarah Dykes now up into seventh. Becky in sixth. Dean Bucks. Ed Sr. is going to pit road. Gerald Poole now up to fourth, trying to run down Chance Madrick. Nolan Perry still has second, but has nothing for current leader, Donald Minute Jr. Nolan Perry in second has looked fast all night long. A promising rookie. Chance Madrick sitting in third. But Thanos is closing in on Madrick. Becky has had a problem behind and gone to pit road. That moves Sarah up into sixth. Nolan Perry now 2 seconds behind. Chance Madrick a second back from him. Gerald Poole trying to close in. Gerald was gaining ground, but seems to be losing a little bit. Now a second back. As Donald Minute Jr. comes through 3 and 4, he will see the white flag one more time around for Donald. Out of 2, holds it together. 2 more turns to go through 3 and 4. The new paint scheme is working. Donald Minute Jr. wins the consolation heat. Nolan Perry, Chance Maddock, Gerald Poole, and Dean Buck round out your top 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The moment we've been waiting for all night long. The feature event here in Nashville. Edmund Jones and Kirk Marble on the front. Cody Kennedy and Matt Moniak have the second row. David Lux, Andrew Thornton on the third. Richie Joplin, Brian Hewitt on the fourth row. Dave Holmberg and Frank Hughes Jr. round out the top 10. Vern Springs starting in 11th next to Jeff Flynn in 12th. Austin Ruskoff in 13th. Scott Snodgrass in 14th. Ryan McDaniel in 15th. Brad Ronning in 16th. Brandon Murphy starts 17th. Donald Minute Jr. in 18th. Nolan Perry in 19th. And Chance Maddock rounds out the 20-car field. A lot of the drivers through the field, warming those tires up, keeping them cleaned off. Having that little extra bit of heat and a little bit of extra grip on the green flag. Pace car is in. Edmund Jones, Kirk Marble on the front row. Green flag is in the air. The first race of the late models of the season is underway. Have we seen all night on cold tires? These cars are loose. Holy cow. Nolan Perry shooting it forward early. Edmund Jones, Kirk Marble, Cody Kennedy, Matt Moniak, Andrew Thornton, the top 5. Single file, Richie Joplin battling with David Lux. Lux kissing the wall there in 1 and 2. Gathers it up, drops in 7. Brad Ronning a little bit slow at the back, and Dave Holmberg appears to have had a problem a moment ago. No caution. Well, it looks like some kind of a glitch. Struggling to show you guys some replays. Brad Ronning and Brad Ronning is going to pit road as Cody Kennedy got loose out of 4. Whoa, he gets into Andrew. Andrew saves it. Okay, we're going to try and fix that on the fly here as the drivers continue to battle. Edmund Jones still out front. Now let's see if we can see what happened with Holmberg a few moments ago. Fred Hughes Jr. has also gone to pit road unexpectedly. Hughes is out, and it looks like Ronning is also out. Oh, looks like he got a bump out of turn 4. Hughes gets a piece of it as well. Holmberg gets the car spun around, but not before losing a lot of ground. Edmund still out front. Kirk all over his back bumper. They've got a little gap back to third place. Matt Moniak, Andrew Thornton, Cody Kennedy has gathered it up. Holds on to fifth. Richie Joplin right behind. Andrew Thornton trying to make the move under the Maniac. Thornton may have the run into turn 3. This time he gets the nose ahead. Moniak gets a little loose, bumps Thornton, he holds on to it. But Moniak back to third. While they battle, Edmund and Kirk continue to pull away. The gap back to third now, 2 seconds. Cody Kennedy has slipped back to 6. David Lux on the move back toward the front in 7. Nolan Perry is really on the move, up 11 spots now into 8. Brian Hewitt in 9th, Austin Ruskoff in 10th, Ryan McDaniel up to 11th. Scott in 12th, Chance Maderick in 13th. And the caution is out. Looks like Vern Spring involved. Let's see what happened with Vern. Vern right behind Scott. Maderick looks on. Oh! Vern comes down onto Maderick's nose. Just goes around. Turn 4 is brutal at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Edmund Jones still has the lead, but this will pack the field back up. giving Matt Moniak, Andrew Thornton, Richie Joplin, and Cody Kennedy, David Lux, and the rest behind a chance to get up there and do battle. But the driver they may need to worry the most about, right there, Nolan Perry, who is already up 11 spots into 8th. Lights are out, they stack back up. And let's see if we can get a little bit loud on this restart. You guys have a little fun, crank up the volume. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Crank it up, everybody. Caution, caution is back out. Looks like a problem on the back straightaway for Chance Maderick. There's Chance on the bottom in the Sundrop car. Let's see what happened here. Coming out of turn 2, and you can see he's already a little bit loose. Bounces off the car on the high side. Goes around, hits the wall. Vern just gets by. That was a close one. Vern Spring may have had just enough contact on that to not get a wave around. They come out of turn 4, they will stack back up for the restart. The old cliche rings true here. Cautions breed cautions, and we could see a bit more chaos before it's all said and done. Pace car is in. Edmund in control. Green flag back in the air. Edmund gets a decent jump on the field into turn 1. A lot of four-wheel drifting coming out of turn 2. And already Moniak on the attack. There's a big wreck. Back behind, caution is back out. Cody Kennedy, Andrew Thornton, Scott Snodgrass, Ryan McDaniel, all involved in this one. Nolan Perry coming down the back straightaway. Oh, we've got cars loose. Looks like Thornton got loose. Take a look at this one from above. They were up front battling for the lead. Oh, the Cody Kennedy gets into Andrew. They both go for a spin. And a lot of drivers back behind Jeff Flynn, Scott Snodgrass, Ryan McDaniel, all catch a piece of it. The one driver that does not, Edmund Jones out front, has held on to it. Moniak now in second, Kirk Marble in third, Richie Joplin in fourth, and David Lux to fifth. Nolan Perry came through unscathed to take sixth. A lot of cars came in for a quick repair that time, including Andrew Thornton. It looks like Cody Kennedy may be out of the race. Should get one to green this time by. Lights are out on the pace car. They get ready to go back green. Cody, will you be able to get back out? Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Edmund gets the launch once again. Richie stuck up high. Can he make something happen? Next to Kirk Marble. Moniak down to the bottom again, has the nose under Edmund. And here comes Richie, but David Lux is closing in, as is the rookie. Nolan Perry on the attack. Jeff Flynn a little loose out of two, saves it. Brian Hewitt now up into seventh. And it does appear Cody Kennedy is out of the race. Oh no! Lux is around! Does a 360, gets going again, but lost a ton of positions. A little bobble out of Maderick off four. Opens the door. Kirk Marble looks high. Oh! Kirk crosses over down to the bottom into three. And wow, Moniak around. Kirk into the inside wall. Caution. David Lux catching a piece of that one too. Let's take a look. There's Moniak. Kirk Marble underneath as the nose. Well, Kirk just barely pushes up, gets into him. David Lux coming down into 3 and 4 behind this incident, just gets her woed up. And let's see what happened to Lux just before this. Coming out of turn 4, he was gaining on the top 4. Just gets loose, hits those bumps on the bottom rung, goes around. Cody, you guys definitely did, buddy. Thirteen drivers still on the lead lap. Any one of them still in contention here tonight. Matt Moniak and Brian Hewitt both on pit road for repairs, it looks like. Hopefully they will be able to get back out and maintain the lead lap. But the pace car is coming by. Moniak makes it, Hewitt does not. So Hewitt will end up losing a lap here. Single file on the restart. They move up to the high line. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. The rookie Nolan Perry now up into 4th. But does he have anything for the veteran Richie Joplin? Just ahead as Kirk Marble starts the battle with Edmund. Brandon Murphy now on the move. Brandon now up into 5th. Scott Snodgrass in 6th. Thornton back in 7th. Flynn in 8th. Austin Ruskoff in 9th. And look, that guy in 10th. Lap car Brian Hewitt moves to the high line, lets the lead lap cars getting by. Richie Joplin seems to have just a little bit more speed than Nolan. Nolan has his hands full now. Murphy right on his bumper. And it looks like Nolan Perry does have some right front damage. Might be slowing him down a bit. Andrew Thornton battling with Scott Snodgrass. Thornton moves to 6th. Austin Ruskoff also on the move, now up into 8th, but here comes Lux back up into 9th. Lux is driving like a man possessed tonight. He has been on fire all night long. Edmund Jones and Kirk Marble may be in trouble. Richie Joplin right behind him. Brandon Murphy is now up to 4th. Thornton in 5th. Perry back to 6th as Scott all over the bumper. Just past the halfway point. Whoa! Richie gets a little bit of the wall out of 2. As Andrew's starting to look for a move on Brandon. Ryan McDaniel suddenly has some dramatic damage to the front of the car. Ryan has quite a bit of damage and has dropped back to 13th. Nolan Perry is around. Caution is out. And Brad Rolling has gone to pit road. Looking down from the blimp. Oh, he just gets down to the apron, is loose. Scott has nowhere to go. Perry had fought his way into the top 5, now goes to the back of the lead lap. And Kirk Marble has given up 2nd to come in. Moniak is in. Ryan is in. Holmberg, Nolan Perry, all on pit road. Brian Hewitt getting waved around to get one of his laps back. Hewitt still has heavy damage to the car. Harry makes it back out on the lead lap, as does Holmberg, Maniac, and Kirk Marble. Looks like they all took 4 tires and repairs. "40 laps to go. Several drivers now have fresh tires. Edmund Jones once again in control on the restart, has been since he qualified on the pole. We've seen several people try and make the move, but nobody can get past him tonight. Lights go out on the pace car. They will stack back up side by side for the restart. Edmund Jones out front, in control. Richie on the high side. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Edmund gets another great restart into turn one. Thornton looks low. Richie shuts it down. Top three quickly, single file. Brandon Murphy in fourth. Ruskov now into fifth. Looks like Lux may have kissed the wall out of four. Scott has a bobble. Lux underneath. David Lux trying to get back to the front. Now back into sixth. Moniak on the move as well. Kirk Marble coming with. Nolan Perry right behind. Those cars have fresh tires. Richie Joplin still sitting right on the bumper. Thornton right there with him. Brad Ronning officially out of the race. Problems from the get-go. A heartbreaking night for him. Sorry, Brad. Austin Ruskov now up into fifth. Scott Snodgrass makes a move to get back past Lux. Puts Lux almost into the wall. Lux crossing over to the bottom. Can't get the nose into one. Moniak underneath Vern Spring, currently running in ninth. Kirk Marble, Nolan Perry still right behind. Oh, Moniak loose out of four. Whoa! Kirk almost getting the back bumper of Moniak there as they try and clear Vern. Vern fighting back up top. Up front though, Edmund Jones still in the lead. Richie in second, Thornton in third. And starting to build a gap back to fourth place, Brandon Murphy. Austin Ruskov in fifth. Now has Scott right behind him in sixth. Lux back in seventh. The Maniac has moved up into eighth. Kirk Marble into ninth. Vern Spring still holding on to 10th at the moment. Nolan Perry in 11th. Jeff Flynn in 12th. Holmberg in 13th. Ryan McDaniel one lap down, currently in 14th, and Hewitt into 15th. Brandon Murphy in fourth, definitely has his hands full. Scott got into the bumper. Murphy is around. Caution! Caution is out! Let's take a look at that one from a different angle. Looking down from the blimp, Murphy in fourth, Scott in fifth. Looked like Murphy bobbled out of two. Scott just nowhere to go. Fortunately, Murphy hard on the brakes, just barely kissing the wall on that one. David Lux and Brandon Murphy both on pit road for looks like Murphy's getting tires, as is Lux. "24 laps to go. Edmund Jones has led every lap so far. Scott Snodgrass now hitting pit road. He is going to get some fresh tires. Ryan McDaniel was the lucky dog. He is back on the lead lap in 11th. Still significant damage to the front of that car. Lights go out on the pace car. They stack back up. Side by side for the restart. Here we go, pace car back in. Edmund Jones in control again. Green flag back in the air. Edmund gets another good jump, and Andrew Thornton is there under Ritchie for second. Austin Ruskoff looks caution is out behind. Brandon Murphy involved. There's Murphy coming out of turn two, gets the ape. Oh, this time Lux gets into his bumper. It looked like Murphy got the apron again, got loose, went up the track. Oh, Lux coming down, just found Murphy at the wrong time. Edmund still out front, but now has to contend with Andrew Thornton. Richie Joplin in third, Ruskoff in fourth, Moniak now back up into fifth, Kirk Marble in sixth, Nolan Perry back up into seventh, Jeff Flynn up to eighth, Holmberg in ninth, and Scott Snodgrass in 10th. Ryan McDaniel in 11th, Brandon Murphy in 12th, Vern Spring sits in 13th, David Lux, the last car on the lead lap, in 14th. They will go green with about 15 laps to go. Everybody stacking back up, already ready to go. Here we go, through 3 and 4, the pace car drops back in, Edmund in control. Green flag back in the air, they are away. Richie, oh! Richie gets into Andrew's bumper. Moniak right behind. Ruskoff got shoved up the track. He may lose some ground here. Here comes Kirk Marble. It is a drag race for second. Thornton and Richie going at it. And exactly what Edmund needs, he is pulling away. But Richie just set the fastest lap of the race and claimed second. Nolan Perry, oh, Ruskoff loose as Perry looks under. Edmund just set the fastest lap of the race. He is pushing it to stay in the lead. Last time by, Richie Joplin was the faster car. Ten laps to go. Richie and Edmund's lap times just a few hundredths of a second difference. David Lux has had a problem back behind. Ryan McDaniel losing ground due to the damage on the front of that car. Now back into 13th, and Ryan's coming in. Oh, out of turn 2, Ryan just pushed out. Lux got turned. Fortunately, they got out of the racing surface, but wow. Edmund Jones still has the lead, but Richie right on him. Andrew Thornton sitting in third, Kirk Marble in fourth, Moniak in fifth. Scott has fought his way back to sixth. Austin held on to seventh. Perry in eighth. Jeff Flynn in ninth. And Dave Holmberg in 10th. Battling, though, with Brandon Murphy. Four to go. Edmund has 3/10 of a second lead, almost 4 over Richie Joplin. Andrew Thornton sits back in third, but has Kirk all over the bumper. 3 to go. Lap traffic will come into play for Edmund. Out of turn 4, he'll get 2 laps to go here at the fairgrounds. The lap car of Ryan McDaniel just ahead. Edmund back through 3 and 4, looks for Barney the flagman. He waves a white flag one more time around. Richie, one last sin, can't get there at a 2. Ryan stays high, they go into 3 and 4. Richie doesn't have enough left, they wreck out of 4, and Edmund wins at the fairgrounds. Richie Joplin comes home in second, and Matt Moniak finishes third. Let's take a look at what happened. Kirk Marble and Thornton battling. Oh, Kirk with the fresher tires just gets a better run mid-turn. Gets in, and they get ping-ponged. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3. Starting with the Maniac. Matt, a wild last lap has you back on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give a shout out to Kirk Marble for doing my dirty work there. No, actually, in all seriousness, I knew Kirk was faster. I let him by. He cut me a lot of breaks throughout earlier in the race when he could have ended my night. So I appreciate the way he raced me, and I wasn't going to hold him up at the end there, and it worked out in my favor. I may not have the talent, but I've got the luck so far tonight.
Well, that is definitely the case, and man, a great finish, buddy. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Richie Joplin coming home in second. Richie, it looked like you were the only one that had the speed to compete with Edmund. Just not enough time, or did you have anything left for him?
I was trying to work a line. I was figuring it out. I think I just used it up just a little too much, but if I had one more lap, I was going to put a bumper to him. I hate to say that, but I was going to. I was going to do that little bump and run so I could get that win and go back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Just going to rattle his cage a little, were you?
Just rattle the cage. I mean, I don't want to wreck him. I just want to bump him and, slide him up.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Well, man, it was a great job. One heck of a night and a great way to start the season, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you for streaming this, putting it on, broadcasting, all that good stuff.
My pleasure, buddy.
Yep.
And finally, our winner, Edmund Jones. Edmund, it took 10 seasons for you to get a win on the opening night.
Yeah, first off, Doug, thank you for being here for 10 seasons, buddy. We love you. We love keeping you here. And I'm glad you've been able to see this journey of JBSRL. Those guys, they made me work for it tonight. Holy and I can't thank Kendrick Cryer enough, our setup sponsor with ERS for our late models. This car was on rails. It's one of those that with the changes in my life and not being able to be here for the mini stocks, I definitely am bringing everything I can for the later race. And I wanted to come out making a statement tonight and going pole, leading every lap, having the fastest lap, which amazed me. We got down to that last green stint and pulled off a 18.5 on 90 lap old tires. The tire wear was insane tonight. Cannot thank Kendrick enough. Cannot thank all the sponsors of JBSRL, JR Button Box, ERS, How to Suck at iRacing, AMT Racing Services. I love everybody that's been here. Cannot thank the admins enough, and cannot thank the guys for coming out here every week and putting on the show we do. These guys do an amazing job coming out here and having the car count tonight. 25 guys. Unfortunately, we saw 5 people go home, but it ups the competition. And we even didn't have some of our heavy hitters out here tonight. We didn't have Kyle. We didn't have Kendrick. We didn't have Austin Edwards. And if we see those guys come out here, the competition level is going to be at the highest it's ever been. And I cannot thank everybody enough. And I can't thank enough the guys I raced with tonight. Everybody raced clean. I don't know your perspective, but it seemed like a lot of the stuff was racing incidents. This guy's racing hard. I'll take that any night. So,
congratulations. Your first time winning on the season opener. Great job, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Doug. Thank you again for coming out. We wish you the best of health and hope everything goes better for you.
Thanks, buddy. And thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope everybody had as much fun as we did. Don't forget to come back Wednesday night at 9 Eastern. C12 Motorsports is back, and who knows, if I feel up to it tomorrow night, we might do something to entertain you folks. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.